So you can buy. We got a Model Y,
Yeah.
a few months back, or like 2 months ago. Anyway, doesn't matter. You can buy on their website the bed insert. You just fold down the back seats, and then you get this like mattress that just lays from the bed and it covers it. So you could literally just like sleep in your car, like a queen size bed.
Jeez.
And it's just like it's one piece you just plop down.
I mean, they're big cars.
It fits perfectly in the car.
Yeah, the Y's a big boy.
Yeah, the Y. Yeah, there's one bigger. I think it's the X or whatever.
And that's got like the
No,
3
not
rows.
The X. Yeah, the X. Yeah, 3 rows.
Yeah, that bitch can be big. Why
Yeah,
not
those are
throw a
big.
bed in there? Because
Yeah.
it is like the camper truck is like the trend, right?
Yeah, it's totally that. I mean,
Yeah.
if you had to live in a car, like, you would be dialed with the Tesla. If you bought like a couple accessories, if you got like that bed thing, and then you get like that little
And a generator and somewhere to charge it.
Solar
charge anywhere.
panels.
Solar
not where
panels,
I'm going.
Dude, they have chargers everywhere, bro.
I'm going.
He's going to the forest.
Yeah, we're going to the bunkers. I'm talking survivalists.
Oh no, then you're fucked. Yeah. But also, what are you gonna do? Fucking
Fight zombies.
siphon gas, and
Yeah, I'm loading up the
and then
Jeep.
that's gone. Then what?
Loading up the Jeep.
We're all gonna be on foot.
I'm fast.
Mike's gonna be on his little bike.
Yeah, my e-bike, man. We'd be
That
screaming.
you might be able to charge that with solar because it's not such a huge battery.
Yeah, it's tiny. You probably could.
Get the kind that they use for mobile homes, motorhomes.
Put a little
Oh
trail
yeah,
last in
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, that'd probably do it.
My neighbor has that Tesla roof that
Oh,
has
yeah.
its own battery.
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
I didn't even understand how solar actually worked, like how you like when you buy it or whatever. I understood from my understanding. I thought you bought solar, and then it charged your house, which isn't the case at all.
No, it has to go into a battery.
It goes to a SMUD station somewhere, and then you use from their allotment from everybody's solar.
You get a
And then
percentage.
and then if you use more than you brought in, then they charge you the difference or whatever. But only roofs that actually use the power you generate are the Tesla roofs because they have their own battery.
Yeah. Anybody can get a battery with solar, and that's your backup. But
Yeah,
they
the
only
Teslas-
even the Tesla ones only last so long, though.
Yeah,
They only last like 6 hours or 8 hours or something like that, depending on what you have going on.
I don't know. I think the Tesla's like the guy. My neighbor said he doesn't use any other. He only uses his thing all day.
Yeah.
But it's his whole roof. It's not just like
Yeah.
panels. It's the entire roof is panels.
Yeah, yeah. They made those photovoltaic shingle things.
Yeah, it's fucking looks crazy. Anyways, very Iron Man-esque.
very Iron Man.
I was about to say, this is the easy segue.
Yeah.
Stark would make that bitch one little square and
Well,
power
Stark
a
is
whole house.
Elon, right? Like a suave Elon.
Yeah, he is kind of like an Elon.
Well, the original character is actually Hispanic, so it's really weird that.
Yeah, he is.
Stark?
Yeah.
The fuck name is that?
He's
I don't
Hispanic in like the Amazing Spider-Man Friends like kid show. He's like Mexican, kind of Mexican dude.
I mean, even there, he has like.
He doesn't look.
Well,
he
Hispanic
looks-
could be anything,
yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah.
Is he actually Spanish? Yeah,
Yeah,
he
like
could look
Spaniard.
Spanish, but not Stark. Stark's got to be like German or.
The name?
Yeah.
His dad looked very, I don't know.
Aryan.
No, he was dark haired.
Wasn't his dad in the
He was in
Captain America movies?
Yeah,
And he was just
absolutely,
a white guy, wasn't he?
He was
Yeah.
just a white guy.
Yeah.
A few different white guys played him over the course of the whatever. Different guy in
MCU.
Well, they kind of give Robert Downey Jr. here. They kind of give him like that little Zorro
Yeah,
facial
no, I was
facial
gonna say
hair.
the
Yeah.
same thing. He has a Spanish vibe, but it's just the name Stark, and then even sometimes doesn't have even fucking like accent over it. I swear I've seen that somewhere. Maybe it's just like the logo.
Yeah.
Well, his real name's Antonio.
Banderas?
Antonio Stark.
Antonio Stark. Yeah. That we're talking about Iron Man 3, 2013's Iron Man 3, because we're doing movies that are set in during the holidays, but are not about the holidays.
Yeah, we're getting in the spirit as old men. You know, you
Yeah,
get in the
we're-
spirit as a kid watching like Winnie the Pooh Christmas, but as
Yeah.
old men, you got to just sprinkle it in. You
We're-
can't be too strong.
We're kind of sidling up to the
Yeah.
holidays in movies.
Yeah, Christmas foreplay.
Yes,
Foreplay,
it
there
is.
we go.
Edging till Christmas.
Till Christmas. Ow.
This movie's great. That's my hindsight of this. It's better than I remember, and
It's
I
definitely
know
better than I remember.
and I know why it's bad.
Mm-hmm.
What's bad?
It's only bad because there's like no ties. It's like a standalone. That's what makes it the worst of like this early chapter. Because the early chapter, you start to weave, and then Iron Man 3 comes and there's no weave. You know what I mean? Like there's no bigger issue of who he's fighting. Like this fucking Borat type
It's
character
very-
never
it's a-
comes back.
Yeah, it's a very
Yes, he-
one-off guy.
Oh, does
He's
he?
coming back now. He's in Wonder Man. The actor is in Wonder Man.
Yeah,
It's-
but not the character.
Yeah, it's the
Oh.
character. Yeah, absolutely.
Random.
Yeah,
He gets out of jail.
I
Wonder
don't-
Man. What the fuck is that?
It's part of the next phase.
I've never even heard of Wonder Man.
Wonder Man.
This is
Oh.
all fake.
Oh, weird.
I quit the MCU. Wonder Man.
Wonder Man. So I'm.
I know
okay,
Wonder Boy.
I mean, he better be gay.
he's black.
Okay, well,
Black
I mean,
man can be gay.
yeah.
Well,
exactly.
I didn't say they couldn't be gay. I just said that I don't know if he's gay, but I do know that he's black.
I know Wonder
I'll
Boy.
only watch it if he's gay.
Do you know Wonder Boy?
Huh?
Wonder Boy.
What's Wonder Boy?
There's two. There's two Wonder Boys. No one knows Wonder Boy?
Other than the bat that.
Is it like a
the bat in
Japanese
the-
cartoon?
So there's
The racer.
I think
drives.
it's Jack Black's Tenacious D side character. There's a song called Wonder Boy, and then there's a UFC fighter Wonder Boy.
Well, and
Oh, okay.
Robert
I thought you meant
Redford's
I thought you meant
bat in The Natural is called Wonder Boy.
shows.
it's got the
little thing on it.
It's got the
that movie, man. I've
lightning.
seen it a few times.
Or Killian. Killian doesn't come back, obviously, right?
oh, he's Killian. Yeah, he's dead.
Well, you don't know. You got that sauce in you.
Doesn't he knock the leather
And we're
off
in
the
the-
ball in that movie?
We're
Yes.
in the MCU. You know, anything could happen. Iron Man's coming back as a bad guy.
Iron Man. Yeah, well, yeah, but he's not. He's not playing Iron Man.
I
He's-
know, but that's just the worst move ever.
And the
We'll see
best
how they
at
do
the
it though.
same
But they
time.
can make it like a multiverse thing because Iron Man does become Doctor Doom in the multiverse. You know.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah. I'm
Well-
pretty sure.
I mean, one theory is that
50% sure. According
that-
to this podcast, I'm 50% sure.
If that's the case, sure, we could flip it, spin it,
someone
spin it
told
and
me,
reverse
someone
it.
looked at me in the eyes and said that, and I believed him.
You know what's something new, and this is something that I've known for a while, but it's just hitting me harder than ever. Maybe it's the year, being 36 years old or something. But so many people talk with their chest out that are 100% wrong.
I'm guilty of that more often.
I do it jokingly on this thing, but in person,
Yeah, that's different, yeah.
In person, I'm so easy to say like, yeah, I don't really know much about that.
yeah. No,
You know,
yeah,
I'm
for
just
sure.
I won't talk if it's a topic I don't know about.
Yeah.
Or I'll even say like, I'm pretty sure, or I've heard.
Yeah.
But then when I know shit, like I say it with my 10 toes down. But every motherfucker talks like that all day.
Well, we
and then I'll like fact check, on my own. I'm like, this motherfucker is so wrong. Like, how do you come so hard?
Well, remember Rogan had on those two like archaeologist dudes?
Yeah, I just
And
heard
they-
the second one of that.
And they debated, and one of the dudes was just lying the whole
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
And they didn't fact check him in real time
And
until after. And
it's
they're like,
because
oh, this
he-
guy just lied to win arguments.
It's because he's more part of the archaeology system. He's like a professor and all this, so he's talking all this stuff, and then they fact check him post, and he's like, dude, this guy was literally just lying to be right.
Yeah, I this is an aside, but it's probably a pretty good one. I follow this account that this guy's a biblical scholar. And I'm not like I grew up in a church, whatever, but I don't church anymore. However, I've always been interested in how like religion develops and the history of whatever. And so this guy is like most of his videos are react videos against other things that people put out there that are bullshit. And he like chapter and verse is literally, what's wrong with what they're saying and whatever. And everybody that he's fact checking, it has their chest out, like you're saying.
It's
Oh, yeah.
crazy.
Well, you can talk with confidence. People will just believe you.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy. But like sometimes it'll be dumb shit. Like obviously biblical history is a little more serious, to like lie about because you can get fact checked so easy. But some people do it with everything. I'm like, what the some of it's like dumb shit.
Some people are just compulsive liars, though.
Yeah, like why
Yeah.
are we lying about dumb shit? Like, hey man, like yeah, isn't it crazy? Like that new Mercedes is $70K, and you're like, hey, it's not $70K at all. And I'm like, oh,
Or it's
could have
like,
sworn it was
I went to that
$70K.
new restaurant. So, oh yeah, I went there already. It wasn't very good.
Yeah,
And just never went.
yeah. Like okay, all the
yeah, it was
time.
okay. It was fine. It was fine.
We,
All
we
the
have
time.
we have literally 2 1-star reviews of this gym, and they were people who were never in
Never
the
even
door.
been here.
Never in the
Yeah,
door.
it's so
And you
weird.
look at their thing, and like in a particular day, apparently they were having a bad day, and they do 8 to 10 like 1-star reviews, no text.
Yeah, what is that? Just like a therapy session?
I guess. I don't know.
Or maybe like someone accidentally just thumbs it like on the wrong goes like shit happens.
No, we went to 10 different ones and gave them all zeros.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
It's like the what are those crash out rooms for therapy? It's like the digital version of that, where you go and you pay $20 and you get to smash like vases and shit with
Yeah.
the baseball
Just
bat.
talk shit to
It's the-
just leave bad Yelp reviews.
Yeah, Yelp and Twitter are like the online version of that.
And just shame people's bodies online that aren't real because it's just like a stress reliever.
Yeah, smashing cars online.
Fucking weirdos, dude. Fucking weirdos.
Hey, we need to make an app that's just like you just hate on people's comments, but they're not real people, just to get it out of your system, so you don't do it to real people.
That's basically what Call of Duty lobbies are.
That's true.
There's a bug. The new Call of Duty came out, so we've played a little bit. And there's a bug where you can't talk shit right now. Like you can't hear your opponent when you're killing them, and you can't hear them at the end of a.
Oh yeah, I noticed that. I thought people were just being quiet.
No, I think it's a bug, dude. You can't hear people, so we're just chomping at the bit to talk some shit, and we can't.
Maybe it's on purpose.
No, they said it was a bug.
We can
Because
only can talk to
Feature or bug.
Teammates.
Teammates.
But no one's chatting on the new Call of Duty.
No, not a ton.
Like I'm not hearing anybody.
Bro.
I played for 2 hours last night. I didn't hear a word from anybody.
I don't think games are back like that, but it was the most purchased Call of Duty of all time.
Yeah,
I think it's just a lack of competition.
yeah.
We need Tony Stark to make us a game.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Back to Tony.
Hey.
So I agree with you. This is now, and maybe has been for a long time, my favorite Iron Man movie.
This has been?
Yeah, I think by far.
Oh,
I
really?
like the first one. I hate the second one.
Second one's the worst one.
Second one's terrible. For a lot of reasons. I can make a list.
Yeah.
Because I thought most people hate this one.
Mickey, no, I think it's the second one. Mickey Rourke.
I think general
fucking awful in
consensus
that
is the
movie.
second one's the worst.
Oh, I thought people disliked this one.
No, it's the third one.
The only bad, I
The
think,
second one.
is, that it just doesn't weave at all. Like, it feels like,
It's totally a standalone movie. You're right.
It feels like a more like a Batman movie or something. You know, it's like villain, issue, solve.
I think that probably that has something to do with the fact that this is a first-time director of an Iron Man movie.
Probably.
Shane Black directed this one, and not Jon Favreau.
Maybe, and who knows what early, because this is still early Marvel, who knows how far they had thought this thing out. Like, now they're thought
not
out.
very far, yeah.
Right? Like, now they're thought out fucking until 2035.
So this movie was the first movie of Phase 2 of the MCU. The movies that preceded it, Captain America: First Avenger, Captain Marvel. That's in chronological order.
Okay, I was gonna say that
Chronological
came out
order.
way later.
Yeah.
Just in terms of how the story
it.
develops.
Got
Okay,
it.
Iron Man 2, Incredible Hulk, which actually was before all these movies, but timeline wise is in there. Okay,
It feels like a standalone.
yeah, it feels like a standalone. Thor,
Yeah.
which is followed up in one of the Captain. Well, no, it's actually Captain America: First Avengers. Avenger follows that up, right? Yeah. Yeah.
So what was
Yeah.
Phase 1? Iron Man 1 and Iron Man 2?
Yeah,
what else
everything-
was Phase
No,
1?
Hulk up to the Avengers. Thor.
Yeah.
Thor. Iron. It's like all the,
Thor, Avengers, Thor: Dark World, Iron Man 3.
yeah, all the all the origination movies. All the how do you become, how do you fall. Speaking of what we talked about in the last movie, talk about ties. Every bad guy literally is just bullied.
Yeah.
This guy was
He
the
has no
nerd.
superpowers. He gets made fun of. He's fucking challenged, leaves him on the roof cold, and now he's come to kill you.
That part was so sad.
You literally could. I heard there's a Lord of the Rings whole series that's really good. I don't read like that, but our dear friend Simon does, who's a mega nerd. And Simon told me there's a whole series of Lord of the Rings from Mordor's point of view.
Oh, interesting.
And I think that, just to like, which is so real, right? Like like good and bad is literally perspective, right?
Yeah.
And so
yeah.
like, I feel like we could have a shadow MCU where Tony Stark's easily the villain,
from the other perspective,
right? Like he's bullying the fuck out of you. Like you're trying to save the world from this big, cocky, shithead bully. It makes so much sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Captain America's maybe the only one because he's all squeaky clean, but fuck that fool.
Squeaky clean.
Would you be? Could you be squeaky clean? Yeah. What's happening in Iron Man 3 at this point is that Tony is no longer directly running the company, kind of like he was in 2. He wasn't in 1. It was Obadiah Stane running Stark Industries in 1. He's just being the genius playboy. In the second one, he is kind of running it, but Pepper Potts is on board. And now,
Pepper looks good in 3, man. She's showing a little skin at the end there, and Pepper's looking good.
Okay,
Miss Potts has been working out
I read that was her idea. They didn't ask her to
get naked.
Yeah, to do a sports bra and
Come
No,
on,
that
Miss
line that he
Potts.
throws at her about the sports bra. Why don't you wear this around the house for?
Yeah.
Like, that part literally made me laugh out loud.
No, he's good, bro. Stark's
The way his delivery of it, I was just like, oh, okay, yeah, this guy's.
There's another
This guy's
big like one-liner. I think he says something about Christmas, right? Like, get 'em, boys, it's Christmas or something. Then all the robots show up or some shit.
Or was it when they all started exploding?
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
fireworks.
When he says something
Clean
about
slate protocol.
Yeah, clean slate protocol. He's like, yeah, it is Christmas.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. It is Christmas, boys.
It is Christmas after all. Yeah, I loved this one for that, right? Him just fucking transferring from suit to suit, fucking fighting, and that shit's badass.
The little kid connection's cool.
Right,
It
he
kind of
decks
makes
out.
it feel holiday-esque.
It does.
It does,
Yeah.
and
shows his heart, right? Because he's kind
Human
of like
element.
he's kind of like a cold-hearted billionaire, but he's got it in him, you know. And you don't see it till later when he has his own kid. They push into that hard, like, damn, this guy's a softie.
yeah.
But most of Iron Man, Captain America has like too much heart that he doesn't care, right? He's squeaky clean for everyone, and then Iron Man's like this like chauvinistic, no-hearted billionaire, and they're both killers fighting each other through the whole MCU, basically, like low key, and then until he has a kid at the end. But you see a hint of his heart here, you know, trying to give the kid some toys, and he gives him the thing to beat up the bully. Yeah, it's cute,
It plays to me like this is young Tony Stark.
right?
Yeah, it's like he wishes there was someone there for him when he was that age, kind of thing.
Right.
And you get
Right.
the sense that his dad was always off doing
Working, yeah.
doing top secret shit he couldn't talk about.
Yeah, yeah.
And the kid is just as sarcastic as he is.
Yeah, the kid's good.
Like maybe even more in some circumstances.
Is that the same kid from? This could be totally wrong. Is that the same kid from The Boys?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't. Well, that's. I mean, this is
Yeah,
11 years later, so I don't think so.
Yeah, probably not.
Well,
huh?
no, the boys might have started 2017, right?
Maybe I could tell you the only place I know about him being is he is in Endgame. He's at the funeral scene.
Maybe I'm thinking of that. He
Yeah.
kind of looks like what's his name's Homelander's son a little bit.
Yeah, I
Maybe
think
not, maybe
I think,
not.
I think that's how you get the kid role, right? You're just like the generic kid. It also looks like the kid from Jingle All the Way or whatever, right? The
Yeah,
Arnold
yeah.
movie. Like every little blonde white kid,
Yeah.
just has the
That
same
was
bowl cut vibe.
That was Anakin.
Yeah. Baby Anakin does look like right, and this kid in here could be Baby Anakin if they rebooted it.
Yeah, although I don't think he's a blonde, is he? No, he's not.
Dirty blonde,
Like a
whatever,
dirty
same
blonde
shit.
bowl
Yeah.
cut. It looks like he's straight out of Home Improvement.
Yeah, it's all, exactly. It's the 3 Home Improvement kids. It's all the same kid, dude. What's that? Taylor, whatever. Yeah, the kid that's
Jonathan Taylor Thomas?
Yeah, it's Jonathan
Taylor
Taylor
Thomas.
He's the prototype.
JTT.
Yeah, JTT is an icon prototype. What happened to him?
Dude, I just saw. Actually, I just saw he just got photographed. I was like, I don't know where I was, what time of night it was. I was scrolling on somewhere, and I said, "Oh, Jonathan Taylor Thomas photographed for the first time in 20 years." It was
Yeah.
like a paparazzi
Probably
photo.
just
He looked
ripping
like,
cigarettes.
He looked like shit. You know?
I was gonna say, is he still hot? Whatever.
There was
he's
like
not the crush anymore. He's not the
Bart was
the
at
teenage
like a,
crush.
Bart was at like a work dinner a couple years ago, and he like posted it on his thing. He was with like Bobby Hundreds and these guys, and I like scrolled in, and I was like, Bart, is that fucking Topanga in the background having dinner with you? I don't even think he's seen Boy Meets World like that.
Really?
But it was Topanga at his dinner table. I said,
Didn't
what the
even know.
fuck is Topanga doing at your dinner table? She looked good.
Did she?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
She looked great.
He didn't even know it was her.
No, he probably has no clue. I don't think he had the same childhood we did.
That show was very, very catered to whites.
Yeah, it is. It's like suburbia, Philadelphia.
So the setup here is that the guy that Tony Stark snubbed, who came at him with this whole DNA rearranging thing that fixes every problem with your DNA, comes back at him years later, fucking destroys his mansion in Malibu, nearly kills him, nearly kills Peppa,
Yeah.
and the
And
The-
the one that got away, too.
yeah, the chick that he bangs at the beginning of the movie back in 1999.
Love her,
2000.
too. She's
Yeah.
got a nice Jessica Biel vibe going on.
Yeah,
The botanist.
Yeah, I need to
Love
look
flowers all of a sudden.
up her name. She's been in other stuff.
Mike's riled up today.
Yeah. I got a
The
good night's sleep.
Peppa, it was
got a good
Peppa
night.
with the shirtless just got him
Yeah.
juicing.
Yeah, I had dreams.
Just, yeah, Mike needs to get out
Dreaming
more.
about
Wet dreams.
of being a what were they, like a symbiote? Like what the fuck was in them?
What?
Like their powers?
Oh, they're like flames.
Yeah, basically it's like a genetic modification that
yeah, like a symbiote.
makes them explode if they can't control it with their minds.
Yeah, they turn into like Venom.
It
Same
basically
shit.
it's another take on the super soldier serum kind
Yeah.
of idea.
Yeah.
Compound V.
Yeah.
From the boys.
Yeah. Every fucking superhero movie ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need that.
And so through research, they find that somebody explodes at Man's Chinese Theater and puts Happy in the hospital in a coma, and they want to investigate. And so Iron Man in a broken suit ends up in Tennessee. That town where they shot it is not in Tennessee, because the name of that town, that particular place in Tennessee, it's a fucking city. It's not like a little podunk town. And
they really sold it on this like little like hole in the wall town where like, even the kids are at the bar with their parents on a Friday night.
Yeah, that's funny.
I went to a bar with my parents, so my dad.
No, it was like a time machine.
Yeah.
Though. Like that town was like a time machine.
Yeah.
It was,
Yeah,
the
it felt like you hopped in the 1960s.
80s, yeah, 70s, 80s.
Yeah. And there's this bad guy, like famous MCU bad guy, the Mandarin, who is supposedly responsible for this, and we have seen on TV who he's supposed to be and all the ruthless shit that he does.
Isn't it like all those Adam Sandler movies and shit? What was the Zohan? Like I swear there's like vibes like that with this actor.
Oh, the guy, the Zohan.
Yeah.
Right? Isn't he acting like the Zohan?
He reminds me of
something?
like Jesus from The Big Lebowski. It's kind of got Jesus vibes.
Yeah, no,
too.
he dresses the same. It's not Mike Myers though, right? It gives me
No,
Mike
it's-
Myers vibes.
It
No,
kind of does
no.
look kind of silly.
Yeah, hang on to your hats for who this is. It's Ben Kingsley, Sir Ben Kingsley.
Yeah,
Who won an Oscar for Gandhi.
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah.
Like this is
No,
a
he's like a
sharp turn.
Doesn't he though?
acclaimed actor.
Doesn't he have like Mike Myers vibes?
It's the hair and the beard.
and
is
just
weird.
the era. Like Mike Myers was always dressing up as weird shit, fucking around. Like obviously Dr. Evil.
What was
and
that
shit.
movie where he was like a
No, that's it. Love Guru.
love guru?
Love guru, yeah.
He's Love Guru. The Mandarin's Love
yeah,
Guru.
that's what you're thinking of.
But it's Zohani, right? It's all kind of like in this weird.
yeah.
Yeah, look up Love Guru. What a shit movie.
Well,
Oh, yeah, bombed.
Yeah, just ate it.
Absolutely bombed.
I'm looking up
Oh yeah, hello.
the botanist.
Just became a Godzilla fan. As
Oh,
well.
she's in Godzilla vs. Kong. Never heard of that. I've never heard
Goodbye,
of that.
Mrs. Potts. I'm moving on to the
Shakespeare,
botanist.
the
Never heard of
Tempest.
that. Never heard of that. Never heard of that. Okay, she didn't become a big star, obviously, after this.
Yeah.
She was working, but
Yeah.
I mean, she's making money.
working on the C roll, B rolls.
Yeah, well, obviously she worked a
Well,
lot.
there we go.
but-
Yeah.
Transcendence.
Iron Man 3. Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
This was her big role.
It did not make her career.
The Awakening. That's pretty big, right? I mean, she might have had a small role, but isn't The Awakening? a
Oh,
big
The
movie?
Gift. The Gift is good movie. Isn't that with Jason Bateman?
Jason Bateman. I
Oh,
don't
she was
know.
in The Town though.
Town's good.
Town's a
Oh,
good
yeah,
movie.
Town's
good.
holiday, isn't it?
Oh,
I think
yeah.
they do one of their things on
yeah,
Christmas.
I think you're right.
I think you're right. We'll have
We need to
look.
watch The
Dude,
Town.
The Town. You seen The Town? The Town's
That
good.
movie's fucking sick.
Yeah, The Town's good.
Makes you just want to buy masks. And
Yeah,
like,
just start speaking in a Boston accent and
Yeah.
beating people up with a bat.
Yeah.
So I think this actually may have destroyed her career because she wasn't anything nearly as
Oh,
good
yeah.
after.
She's
The
barely
Prestige
in
is
this,
huge,
though, right?
Right. She might be small roles in these too.
Maybe so, but she was in The Prestige, which
Huge.
I have a complicated relationship with The Prestige. I hate it and love it at the same time. It's a Nolan flick that plays
Yeah.
like a Nolan flick.
Yeah.
But
Once you know the ending, though, then it's all.
then you have to look at the clues when you watch.
Yeah,
it,
it's a
because you know the
two
ending is-
watch, and then that's it. You're like, oh, you watch it once. How did I miss that? You watch it back, you figure it out, and then you never watch it again.
It's
Is
the
it,
sixth sense of 19th century magic movies.
What's the other one? Unlikely Suspects or something?
Usual Suspects.
Usual
Yeah,
Suspects.
isn't that kind of like that?
Usual Suspects. is
Yeah,
like that.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
saw
like
that
the
in like high
reveal.
school. Then I'm like, I don't need to see this again.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, for the performances, maybe.
Yeah, but The Town, that era was sick. We had
The
like
Town's
The
dope.
Fighter. It was like all Boston thug movies. Like The Fighter, The Town, Departed. They all kind of in that pocket.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oops. went too far.
Love Guru. That's exactly it.
Yeah, this is kind of almost like that too, though, right? I mean, there is the action and stuff, and I guess it doesn't really matter as much. But once you know that the Mandarin is like a facade, right, a character or a role.
That's definitely the Mandarin. That's him right there. That's so dumb.
He does look like him.
No, that's literally
He
him.
does. Just less. His hair's just up.
Curly mustache.
More poor Mike Myers.
Who's the guy with the abs with the shirt open? What
Justin Timberlake?
is it?
It looks like
It
Justin
is.
Timberlake.
It looks like Disney.
Yeah,
Shit,
Justin
he's in
Timberlake.
that.
Jessica Alba.
I obviously never saw this.
That's a cast.
I never saw it either.
That's a cast and a half. I
It
might have
really
seen
is a
parts.
It probably crushed.
Who's the black dude too? He's in Hell. Isn't he the dad in the new? Is it All American? What's the show that went crazy? He's in a bunch of shit.
Oh, the football.
Yeah.
show, right?
Ben Kingsley is in this movie too.
Is he really?
He's everywhere. He
What?
probably plays the stunt double for the Guru. He looks
What? Or
just
he's like
him.
his probably his guru dad.
Yeah, looks just like him.
That's funny that he's in that. What are the odds of that?
Yeah,
I
such a
don't know.
weird. The Mandarin is such a weird thing.
What do you
in
think
this
of an
movie.
orange?
Well, that
It's like
too.
Kanye.
Might have. It might
It's
have. He
Kanye
might have.
probably has like
Kanye's
a-
in there.
Yeah, he might.
Oh yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Bro, Mike Myers pulling the world together.
Deepak Chopra is in this movie.
Yeah, so
Vern
if you
Troyer, little mini me.
Megan
is in it.
Good. I love me. some
During
Megan
this
Good.
era.
John Oliver was in this movie.
Oh, there he is, right there.
Stephen
Stephen
Colbert. Look at all
Colbert,
this.
Jim Gaffigan, Ben Kingsley. We said
Yeah.
Daniel Tosh.
Daniel Tosh.
Dude, we were talking about Tosh the other day.
You listen to his podcast?
No, but
It's
how
great.
good was Tosh.0?
It's great.
Tosh.0 was so ahead of its time.
Yeah. Then Ridiculousness stole it.
Well, then every Twitch streamer
Yeah,
and YouTuber in the
YouTuber.
world stole it.
That too.
Except Tosh is actually fucking funny.
Yeah.
Like, I do like Rob Dyrdek a lot. I listen to some of his podcasts and stuff. Like, he's way more intelligent than you think. Like, he's a killer. But Tosh is so fucking funny.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Rob just isn't that funny.
That's why I listened to the Tosh podcast. It's like they're like 20, 30-minute episodes.
Yeah, Kyle or
Max.
somebody was telling me. And they'll
Max.
interview his house plumber or something.
Yes. My gardener or my plumber. It's always like that's like his shtick. It's like my
Yeah.
tax person.
Yeah. So
My
funny.
my urologist.
Yeah. My wife's gynecologist.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good.
Yeah, he was
I
so funny.
I forgot about this movie. You know, I saw it when I did I went back before Infinity War. I went and watched every single Marvel movie in order because I hadn't seen a lot of them because I just wasn't really like going to the theaters and watching them and then I didn't start watching these probably till like 14,
Yeah, a little
15
after.
is when I went back and watched all these like movies.
I think I was pretty up to date up until
I wasn't.
until like Endgame. Then I kind of, then it kind of lost me. But I was really in. And then 2018, 2019, 2020, my mom had never seen any of them. So like Christmas time, like one year we dug into like Game of Thrones, because we got like 3 days just to bum out, and we just do holidays, her and I, and like dinner. So we just like fucking start binging, and we binged these. It's funny to see because my mom's not like into this kind of stuff. She's more like a thinker, thriller, drama. To see people like they are good for everybody. Like everyone can enjoy these.
And they got it all. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why they make so much damn money.
Yeah, they
They
can.
got the action, the humor.
Yeah, the storylines are solid enough. Yeah, like it's not on the level of Game of Thrones, but there's enough going on that you can enjoy it. So I rewatched almost all of them. Yeah, in like 2020.
I will say, based on your description of your mom's actual tastes, if she's not watching The Diplomat on Netflix, she should.
She probably is.
It's
She dives into all that
it's
shit.
fucking great.
I've heard of it.
Great show.
The villain on this looks like a Nick Nolte and Brad Pitt had like a weird love child.
Oh yeah, Kingsley. Yeah.
No, that guy.
Yeah. Only or Killian. Only when he gets like old, right? When he gets the sauce.
Yeah.
As
yeah,
a youngin,
before,
he looks crazy.
He looks.
Why do they
looks-
make his teeth like that?
They make him fuck because he's British. They're fucking his shit up. They're just being dicks. Yeah, he does turn handsome as shit though.
Yeah, he does.
It's funny.
Turns into Walmart Brad Pitt.
And
yeah.
it's funny when you see like during the films of them researching, the videos of them researching, he like goes through different hairstyles in
Yeah.
those. Like that was a hell of an idea to show. Okay, that's before now, but after then.
Yeah, it is like the typical. You're not ugly. You're just poor.
Yeah. He's the OG of that.
Yeah, he's like the originator because they all have all like the Bezos and obviously Zuckerberg's going through it right now. All of a sudden got handsome.
All of a
as
sudden he's
shit.
wearing Hellstar and
Yeah,
fucking
he
Jinkos.
literally, he's hanging out with Mike Amiri and like fucking looking sick, got a haircut,
wearing
fucking
pearl
yeah,
necklaces.
got a little bit of sun on him. He was fucking like a ghost.
He's got a
Elon.
one cross earring.
Elon's not hot, but he was worse.
Yeah, he's coming around. Why he's eating carnivore apparently.
Well, probably he's kind of fat, and he keeps threatening to fight fucking Zuckerberg, who's like a killer. Like, yeah, you better step
If he
up,
fought Zuckerberg, he'd get his ass beat.
bro. I heard that they had the Coliseum ready to host that fight in Rome.
Oh my God.
Like, talk about living in a Matrix. Best thing I want to watch. I would love to watch that.
Oh, I'd watch that.
Everyone would watch
Just
that.
like we're all gonna watch Jake Paul and Tyson
right.
on Netflix.
That's that on crack. Like Jake Paul, Tyson, cool. Like these two billionaires just beating the fuck out of each
Isn't
other.
that coming up?
Yeah, I think this week.
Is it this weekend?
Or one after. It has to be this week because
It's November, right?
it has to be. It might be this weekend.
November.
It might be the 12th because oh no, what's the 12th?
That's next
Tuesday.
weekend.
No, next weekend is the 16th, which is Bones Jones come back, which is insane too.
Stipe?
Yeah, but
This will be long over by the time this.
yeah. Shout out to
yeah.
Bones Jones for the win, showing that he's the greatest.
Yeah.
But I told Jim, yeah, I think like the Paul Tyson thing's kind of whatever, just because I think it's an exhibition and then poor Mike's having strokes. But going live on Netflix is going to plant a seed of kind of the next chapter of sports
I
entertainment.
mean, we're going to find out whether it works or not. I
Yeah,
think.
and how well it looks,
Yeah.
and like, I think it's a Netflix production. So like, is it going to go corny, and you're going to have all this weird smoke and shit, or is like, honestly, the UFC does it best. You know, like it feels like you're in there. Like it feels good to watch the show. It doesn't ever feel corny.
I think HBO does boxing the best.
For sure.
There's boxing's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, boxing's good.
Yeah.
But boxing's been good for
Yeah, that's
60
why,
years.
That's why they use HBO crews to do
Yeah.
boxing movies.
Yeah.
At
That-
least the crowd shots and all that stuff,
For
and a
sure.
little bit of the in-ring action.
They got all
for
that
sure.
dialed.
So yeah, and who knows? It's probably Netflix's new crew. You know, it's probably their first hired
Maybe
on
so.
live crew. Because they're not going to go hire HBO.
No, yeah, not for something like. I mean,
Yeah.
they're doing a little bit of live shit now, but it's not. It's not like
Yeah.
that.
It is.
And they
funny.
said they would never do live, but
everything
they also
comes.
said they would never have commercials. So.
Yeah, everything comes full. Yeah, or share your password or whatever the fuck.
So
Fucking liars.
does Tony get rid of his chess thing in this movie? He doesn't have it in Endgame?
No, I think it's a replacement. I thought.
That is unclear to me.
I don't remember anymore.
And this
I
goes
don't
back.
think it ever goes away.
This goes back to your this is a very standalone movie. It's not as connected to the MCU as the other, because he also kind of disavows being Iron Man until the very last scene where he's driving away from the Malibu.
Without my gadgets,
place.
without my blah blah blah.
Yeah,
I am Iron Man.
I am Iron Man.
Yeah.
And the music did not kick in. What a miss that was. Why would you not
Yeah.
play the Iron Man theme
Yeah.
after that statement?
It's the first Iron Man ever,
Make
though,
no sense.
where he makes an army, right? And they're on the steps.
got all of
there.
his-
There's an army in Iron Man 2. It's just not his.
I thought Iron
It's
Man
the guy-
1.
I remember the guy's name. The Army Hammer character. Not Army Hammer? No, not what the fuck? Sam.
Not Terrence Howard.
Whatever. No, it's the other industrialist.
Speaking of wackos,
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. I kind of like Terrence Howard.
I like he's one of those people that'll look you in the face and lie to you.
Yeah,
like we were
he's 10
talking
toes
about.
down, but at least he believes it.
That's maybe the difference.
Yeah.
That is a fantastic shot of the
Of Mike Myers.
of the Mandarin. Yeah.
Well, so go back to that Tony Stark shot. You can tell that the other
one?
one, that one. You can tell that that's just screen print that they then enhanced.
Oh, the shirt? Yeah.
Then they enhanced
you see
it on the
you see
post
cotton
production.
fibers.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
they clearly just added like glow to it
Yeah.
post production of on a screen print.
So going back to that, I don't. They at the end of the movie they do take out the metal fragments because he's figured out how to do that. Before that, I mean, the reason that the electromagnet and all that shit is there is to keep the shrapnel from Iron Man 1
Yeah.
from tearing his heart apart.
But in the future movies, doesn't I feel like you see him replace it in the
I
future?
think he's got a different
like in some of the
one,
Black
later, yeah.
Panther shits or whatever.
He's got a new one.
I feel like he's
just don't
always going
remember.
like dish, 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 dish.
This makes me want to watch Endgame again, or I mean Infinity War.
Those were so good. I think that's what ripped me out of the MCU is like there's no more coming together. You know, it's been like 3 years of
been apart. And I mean, this is a fucking global crisis, and he doesn't step out of his own immediate circle. He's got Rhodey,
yeah,
and he's got Pepper,
yeah.
and Happy is sidelined through the whole thing. So
Poor
he's got to use that kid to help him,
Yeah.
and put the suit back together, and then build. I think the coolest part of it is that he thinks he can't do it unless he has the suit, and the kid's like, just make shit.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I could make shit, and he makes shit, and he gets into the compound where Pepper and the Mandarin are.
That's like the subtle genius, right? Is that he hangs out with the kid to like get his creation and mojo back.
Yeah,
Right. That's the subtle genius from wanting to quit or not. And a lot of that's I mean,
There's a lot of like underlying like shit like that in
Yeah.
this movie. Like when Pepper destroys the Iron Man suits that she like hates, so she
Yeah.
finally gets a chance to like break one.
right.
yeah.
Remember that
Yeah,
at
yeah.
the end where
'Cause
she
she
like
hates the whole
jumps up
thing.
because she's like so sick of it, she gets to finally like just physically destroy it.
Yeah, because it was going to kill her. He couldn't shut off the
Yeah, the auto.
kill all the extremist
Yeah.
signals.
Yeah, but she was also just so fed up
Right. She's had
with it all.
a decade of Iron Man shit
She was-
she doesn't want.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
It was very
therapeutic.
like whatever that's called.
Yeah, full circle or
Yeah, or
therapeutic.
whatever. Yeah.
It is. I think maybe this is the only appearance of Iron Man where he's constantly questioning himself, because
Yeah.
he's usually got his chest out, like Mike
True.
was saying. You know,
True.
He's finally realizing that he's human.
Yeah, and it is. Yeah, it's kind of maybe like the midlife crisis. Like, am I going to be Iron Man forever, or am I not? Or
Yeah,
like, what
and
am I doing? Like, am I going to die and kill my wife? Like, I think probably the house explosion, right?
yeah,
Like the house explosion is like real trauma, and he's like, "Fuck, dude, I almost got myself killed, my wife killed. The only shit I actually like." Where before that, he's a narcissist. He doesn't care, right? He just wants money and fame, and that's why he doesn't care about like his identity, right? If any other human becomes Iron Man, they're hiding their identity. But he purposely is one of the few superheroes ever that's like, nope, that's me, you know, because he wants the fame.
I think that I had heard that the original script of Iron Man 1, he doesn't say "I am Iron Man" at the end, and they in the process of shooting it, they decided that it needed to be other way. He needed to just step into it so that people would just know.
Yeah. It is interesting because any other scene like a Civil War, Avengers, like he's fucking, you know who he is.
Yeah,
and he
he's
knows who
just
he is.
super righteous all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, the only time he really questions himself again is after they make Ultron.
Yeah. Yeah. And like a little Civil War, but I feel like he doesn't like question himself, maybe just questions his decisions.
Yeah.
Where here he's literally questioning himself. Like,
Yeah,
what the fuck?
Ultron develops like from his stuff, right?
Yeah, that's
His
why.
computer.
So he's like, am I doing more harm than good?
Yeah,
But I
mean,
think that's like, he's not questioning like, he's questioning if he made a mistake.
Age of Ultron kind of sucked.
It was just early.
You know, looking back at it now, it doesn't suck as much as I thought it did at the time.
That's downtown Cleveland, by the way. I was there when they were filming it.
What's the one with the snake? Is that Infinity War or Endgame with the snake thing that's going through the?
I think that's.
Oh no,
Endgame.
that's Transformers. Never mind.
Well, there's a thing like that in
every movie ever.
Yeah.
in Avengers.
Well, I was just gonna say
In
like
Star Wars.
I thought it was this, but I thought it was the.
No, there is
Marvel.
one like that.
They say that the one
in
from the worm from Transformers has the most rendering, like detailed CGI ever made.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Was that
Yeah.
snake thing
Yeah.
that tears through the buildings in Transformers? It has the most. I think they said it took like. You have to look it up, like the rendering that it took, but it's like this unfathomable amount of time it took to render that graphic.
Except for the new camera they had to invent for the Sphere. I just watched a blurb on that. Because the like the Sphere is actually crazier than people think. What I just learned is it has like I'm making it up, but basically per seat it has like 10 speakers per person.
Wow.
And what they can do is section off by section, and you won't hear a thing, and do it in different languages. So they could have a whole Spanish section, a whole English, a whole German, and you would only hear English.
Oh, that's weird.
And then like the camera, what they first tried is like 10 cinema like red deals all together, and it didn't work. And so I forgot what it is, but like
It's something like it's probably similar like to the Void that they use for like Star Wars or something, where it's like, what is it, like a reactive VR?
Oh, the volume.
The volume.
maybe. I just know that like the amount of data because of how many like frames it shoots is like 1 second explodes an iPhone. Like just insane amount of memory.
Have you seen anything about the new Clippers arena? The new $2 billion Clippers arena?
That's crazy. No.
Yeah.
I've heard about it, but I don't know anything.
For the Clippers?
I mean,
the
they're
Clippers,
they're
yeah.
good, but like, yeah.
The
But
seats
no one
are
cares
like
about the Clippers.
super high quality seats. Every seat has a USB adapter,
tough.
USB-C adapter. There's LEDs all in the seats all around. Like in the Kings Arena, they just put up little LED units on the handrails. So when the Kings score, there's like a big purple, and
That's cool.
white swirl and shit like that.
We were rated best arena in the NBA.
Yeah, I think this one's probably going to beat that in terms of just
Well, it's
from
good,
a
yeah.
technology
Yeah, anything
standpoint.
new, right?
From a technology
Yeah.
standpoint.
Yeah,
know,
but this year we got it. We'll take it.
Yeah.
And we still have like the coolest room. We got the beam. No,
Yeah.
they're not going to be able to duplicate that.
I didn't know the
Yeah.
beam's like so cool.
Oh, dude,
Super
everybody
cool.
thinks it's super cool.
Like
we stole that from hockey, though. I think there's like a hockey people that have
Probably.
been doing it forever.
But like my little cousin, shout out Daniel in Cleveland. He's like my godfather's kid. He's like he plays hoop. He's junior in high school, and he's asked me, he's like, dude, you like seen the beam? I was like, yeah. You like see it from my house? You see it from the gym? You see it everywhere.
Yeah, it's
like,
sick.
And he's in Cleveland. He didn't know shit, but he's all about it.
The first beam I couldn't see from my house, but I can see this
The
one.
new beam
Yeah,
is
it's
next
insane.
level.
Yeah, it's insane. If we could go to outer space, we could see it from there.
This would have been a great IMAX movie. At the,
A
for
lot
the,
of
for the
Marvel.
for the end.
Yeah,
Speaking-
a lot of Marvel stuff.
Yeah, Inception is coming back in IMAX.
Yes,
Tough.
the 6th. December 6th, I
yeah.
think.
December?
Yes, December 6th.
Seabass is all over
Yeah,
that.
it's probably good. It's probably really
Yeah.
good.
What was I going to say? This is an existential question about Iron Man, period. Okay, Spider-Man, one word. Superman, one word. Iron Man,
shit.
2 words.
Yeah, that is
Hmm.
kind of silly.
I don't understand.
These covers are sick though. These take me back,
Yeah,
like they're
no,
like
they're really,
early
really
Star
good.
Wars type covers, like really like attention to detail. It's telling a whole story.
Yeah.
Like these covers are sick. They're just like perfect for a t-shirt.
Yeah, this one was fun for sure. I totally I've watched this one besides yesterday once.
Oh,
really?
really?
I've
Yeah.
probably seen it
Same.
3 or 4 times.
Yeah, I've seen
Yeah,
a good
I watched it when I
handful.
did my binge to catch up for.
Less
big
Christmas
movie.
though, huh? Less Christmas than our
They do
previous film.
They do just enough to make it Christmas. Like they say it a couple times. They show the Christmas tree on the dock.
Yeah,
Mm.
I just thought like maybe his house, and I guess he's in Malibu, so they're not doing that. But like, yeah, like some lights on a B-roll.
Where was he when he was talking there? And there was like in a house where they had like a Christmas tree. It was like an apartment or something. It was
Yeah,
like
I
a
don't
quick
know.
scene. He was talking to somebody. I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure he was like in an apartment that had a Christmas tree. But yeah, it definitely was like just enough to pass as a Christmas movie.
He was where were that kid's parents? They
Did
kept,
they ever show the parents?
No, but he
No.
said, didn't he? Didn't the kid say like, "Oh, my dad's somewhere"? He said something.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Kid's just in a barn that's freezing cold. There's snow outside.
yeah, there's snow outside,
Yeah.
there's no heat,
Yeah.
and
Kid's
and
just fucking making bombs.
I just stole a shawl from a cigar store Indian. That's
that
yeah,
part was funny.
that's one of the better lines. I can't. There was a line that really killed me when I was rewatching it last night, and of course I don't remember what it was. I should have made a note, but it's funny. This is a funny movie.
Yeah.
This movie is really fun.
I feel like Iron Man's the first to kind of do that. Like I guess they all try to
they,
do
they
funny
got it from
one-liners.
this. It all came from
But
this.
Iron Man, like, because like Captain America tries, but he's just corny. But like Iron Man's always had a hint of funny.
Well, you
with his
laugh.
cocky, right?
You laugh at Chris Evans.
Yeah, kind of.
You laugh like with Tony.
The single best Captain America line in any movie is in Winter Soldier when he's running with Anthony,
Yeah.
whatever, Falcon, and says "on your left,"
Yeah.
and he just keeps saying it.
Yeah.
That's the best. That's as funny as Captain American's ever gonna be.
This is innocence, and it's always smiling when he says something. That,
Yeah.
or he's very innocent,
Yeah.
but also very violent.
Like Iron Man or Tony, I guess, always interacting with like interviewers and shit's always funny. Like he's always got a line.
Yeah.
Like he's always good.
Yeah, he's Robert Downey Jr. is the genius of that
Yeah,
style,
he is.
right?
Yeah, he's slick. He's smooth.
You feel like some of it has to be ad-libbed the way that it just kind of rolls out of him.
You'd imagine it does feel a little like like sci-fi James Bond, right? Like he's got that suave, but he's kind of cocky. Yeah, it's like a new age James Bond.
Yeah.
Speaking of James Bond, I saw that they have made a James Bond 007 bar in London.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
I like shit like that.
And it's like, some of it looks like sets from different
Man,
different
I
Bond
fucking
movies.
love James Bond. Like those movies I grew up on.
Yeah, I watched a lot of.
My dad was a big fan of James Bond, so then I got into it, and then I saw I've seen pretty much all the new ones in theaters. I feel like.
Yeah. I watched a lot
except
of
for the last one.
The 90s.
The last one I saw, when it was available, whatever. The final one for Daniel Craig.
I just watched Skyfall again for some reason.
Casino Royale is so good.
Casino Royale is the best of that.
Yeah,
of that
it's so
set.
good. So I heard someone talking about it on a podcast that this is their favorite movie of all time.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know about that, but
Yeah,
it's
I
a
don't
great
either.
movie.
I
It's
don't know
got
if
it.
I'd
It's
go
got
there,
it
but-
all.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no James Bond that's probably scratching my top 20, but there's no James Bond that's scratching my worst 20 either.
Yeah,
That's kind of what they're good for.
I
right?
like the cornier older ones, dude.
Yeah, the old ones are good.
you know? But I like obviously Pierce Brosnan and all that. But
Yeah, that's one of the things that when I was looking at movies that are around the holidays, there are basically, other than On Her Majesty's Secret Service, there are no James Bond movies that actually deal with holidays at all. However, the James Bond film festivals are always at the holidays,
well, there's isn't
like on TV.
Skyfall or whatever one takes place during Dia de los Muertos when they're running with the sugar skull masks on and stuff. That big opening scene. I think
one of them
them's-
does. I don't know if it's Skyfall though.
I think it's one of the Daniel Craig's though for sure.
Yeah, it might be Quantum of Solace.
I think
which
it might
is
have been Quantum of Solace.
Yeah,
and
which
then
is-
there was
not a good movie unless you watch it immediately after.
and there's some that
Casino
take place
Royale.
during Mardi Gras.
Yeah, one of the Roger Moore ones is.
Yeah,
is
Roger
during-
Moore's the Mardi Gras one when they're in Louisiana or wherever they are.
Yeah, but it's not about a holiday, and it's not.
True.
And the Mardi Gras parade may or may not be on Mardi Gras.
Yeah, that one was.
That's not a national holiday.
Yeah, true.
How's this movie still $20?
See,
That's
that's
a
why I didn't
good
get it.
question.
That's
That's why I was
crazy.
like,
Well, it's
nah,
on
I'm
Disney
good.
You
Plus.
should just text me. I could have given you my
Oh.
Disney.
It's on Disney Plus.
I know,
yeah.
but just that.
Oh, because Disney has the dude. Yeah, Disney.
I know, but
has
that's
the,
insane,
Yeah.
right? Blockbuster days, you're walking in and this movie's $199 to buy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should not be $19.99 to rent.
Yeah,
That's
I was gonna rent it
insane.
Last night and I was
Maybe that's just
Yeah,
the.
you should just text me. I give you my Disney.
Maybe that's the rent buy.
Disney,
is
I'm not
only
sharing. He lives in my household. When you're
But
coming
maybe
for the
the-
copyright.
Maybe the rent buy is only showing the buy price and not the rent price.
Yeah,
I'll
maybe.
bet
I think
you
it's
it's
the buy
like
price,
$4.99.
But even $4.99 rent. I mean, $4.99 rent, I can get behind more than a $20 buy.
Nothing costs $2 anymore, dude.
Yeah, it's insane.
$5 is the new $1.99.
Yeah. I heard.
buy in UHD is $19.99.
I heard Redbox officially went bankrupt, and so if you see one out there, it was like an Instagram post, so who knows? They're probably fucking
Just keep
trolling.
it.
They're talking about taking shit. They're like, yeah, whatever's in there's now yours. Like, what? Are people just gonna steal these vending machines?
I have what
That's
was
insane.
I had TED 2 that I never returned. I think I paid $40 for.
Jeez.
I think once it hits a certain dollar amount, then they can't
Oh, yeah,
legally
yeah,
charge
yeah.
you anymore.
Yeah.
Kind of like that whole thing with Blockbuster. Remember, people
Yeah.
got sued.
Yeah.
I think that $40 is all they should have spent on Ted 2. That was not
That movie was awful.
not a
Marky.
good movie.
Dude, Mark Wahlberg's going crazy in Vegas though. He just teamed up with EOS and is trying to make his own luxury version of their gym. And then he's opening a restaurant next week. Then he's opening his Hollywood studio next year.
Have you seen anybody wearing municipal in real life?
Is that his company?
Yeah, that's a clothing company.
Poor Marky.
I just do, but
Probably just some Boston.
someone's buying
tough
this
guys.
shit.
Yeah.
All that Wahlburgers money.
Yeah. Those burgers aren't terrible.
I went to one in Vegas. It was fine.
yeah, they're not
It
terrible.
tastes like every other
Shake
mid-level burger place.
Shake Shack, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
no
something
different.
like that. You won't complain.
In and Out, Shake Shack.
It was
Yeah.
just typical smash burger
Yeah,
style.
yeah,
burger.
not bad, not great.
Yeah.
But this restaurant I think is a little fancier, Mexican concept. But then I saw, he's opening like a elevated-ish gym, and obviously his fitness ties are deep.
Do the younger generation, do they even know who he is though?
No, I don't think
He's
so.
he's surviving off millennial recognition at this point.
Pretty
right?
much, yeah.
He's in a ton of movies. He's such an interesting case because he's in a handful of like BA movies in terms of like quality.
Once you start doing Transformers, man,
then
the shit
he
was
has
over.
like then he just has like then he turns into like Nick. He's kind of like Nick Cage, right? Where there's a handful, you're like, damn, that's a pretty good movie. And then there's like 100 that are just terrible.
Yeah.
Or like Hallmarky.
Is he better in anything than he is in Boogie Nights? And I think the answer is no.
He's good. The Fighter's like a pretty good movie.
He's very good in The Fighter
Yeah.
too.
I like
would
Four
say.
There's a
Brothers.
handful that he's like, you're like, wow, this is like a really good movie.
I like Four Brothers.
Yeah, Four Brothers.
I never saw that movie. I know that
it's great.
It sat around for years unreleased.
Really?
Yeah, a
Interesting.
long time.
It's a great movie. It's got Andre 3000,
Yeah.
who does great.
Yeah.
Tyrese
Yeah.
is in that too.
No, I've heard it's good. I've only watched like bits and pieces.
Oh man, I love that movie. It's got a good story, and he's it's got a lot of depth. It's actually a good winter movie because it takes place during the winter months. It's actually not enough for the podcast, but or maybe.
Uh-oh.
Actually, they might like do like a gift exchange and stuff. There might be
That
like a Christmas
qualifies.
element.
Yeah, qualifies.
Anyways, great movie, I think.
Poor Marky.
Poor Murky. Any other great insights about this particular film?
Nothing I can think of.
No,
Nothing.
I like the Don Cheadle stuff. He's always so funny.
Yeah, Don Cheadle's good.
Their little banter. Like, all right, give me my suit. And he's just standing there
Yeah.
waiting, and just like nothing happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always feel like Terrence Howard leaving the MCU was really not the worst thing at all.
Yeah, I think he could have continued or not. Because
I
like,
just
Which one's Terrence Howard?
he's Warhammer in the first.
No, Terrence Howard. We were just
He's-
talking about him.
yeah, he's
I
Rhodey
was
in
thinking
the
of
first
never
movie.
mind. Yeah, he's the
Yeah.
one we were just making fun of.
Yeah.
I think that he just didn't fit very well for some reason.
Because he does too much shit. He does too many other shows. He's too. That's how I feel about him as an actor. You do so much that no one believes you as anything.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
He doesn't. It just doesn't look like he's acting to me. And I mean, normally that's kind of what you're going for.
Sure.
But not looking like you're acting means that you are so in character that that people don't see who you really are as an actual person, and that's exactly the opposite of what happens.
Yeah, that you
with
can't
him.
distinguish
He's
him
just-
between roles.
He's just himself.
Yeah.
He's himself. He's not the character. He's not so far into the character that you lose sight of him. Like Robert Downey Jr., as recognizable as he is Tony Stark. He
Yeah.
is, but part of it is based on his personality. So it
Yeah.
so it works.
You think about like Cheadle in Ocean's movies, and then this.
Yeah, he's got that weird Cockney accent in the
Yeah,
Ocean's movies.
but it's like there's, you recognize him, but also there's range.
Yeah.
You're not getting any range with Terrence Howard.
Yeah, he was also
he's the same guy in every shitty show or this B movie he's in.
Yeah, I
Cheadle
think-
was in Boogie Nights too.
That's interesting.
Was he?
Yeah,
That's funny.
Yeah, he must have been.
Cheadle's been around for sure.
Yeah, I didn't even know he was in that.
Yeah, I knew he's been around.
he's one of the porn stars.
Yeah, he's just
Nice.
he's great. I think he gets recognition, but he's just not
Yeah.
really. He's not a starring guy by any means.
That's why.
But he just absolutely crushes it as like a co-lead.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. All right, I think it's time for us to rate this thing.
Yeah.
Dude, let's hope the MCU brings me something hot next year. I need something. Because I
Dude,
love it, you know?
I would assume the Doom movie's probably gonna be the best thing.
Yeah.
I guess there's Secret Wars though.
And maybe a Spider-Man's coming, right?
Thanos is coming back in Secret Wars.
Okay, I'll take that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I need a little drawback, you know?
I like Deadpool.
Yeah, I haven't
Mm.
seen it yet. And
Yeah,
I
I'm
almost
still waiting.
don't count it.
I'm still waiting for the.
I think it's this weekend.
The free 99.
I think it's this weekend.
What?
Yeah,
Disney
free on-
Plus?
Yeah, it comes
Oh,
to Disney.
I'm doing
on like the
first thing I'm gonna
9th,
do.
10th, 11th, 12th, something like that.
Yeah, I saw that sucker in IMAX. It was great.
Yes. Yeah, I'm
Really?
sure that's good. I'm sure it's good.
I don't think it. I mean, it doesn't really move things forward too much or anything
Yeah,
like that.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
a little more standalone like this movie is.
Right.
But I enjoyed it a lot.
That's what like makes the MCU so beautiful is like that continuity, right? Like you don't have that in any other series I could ever think of.
No.
Like even Star Wars trying is like the continuity's busted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, did you see that they're making another trilogy?
Yeah, they greenlit the
Yeah.
10, 11,
Yeah.
12.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'll watch all of it,
Yeah,
dude.
no,
I
I'll
want to
take
watch
it.
it all. I
I'll
watched
take it.
fucking, I watched whatever the hell that just came out.
Bro, I'll take like I know they made Ahsoka or whatever, but I'll take like a live action Clone Wars trilogy, like anything.
Some kind of like Rex, Captain Rex or some
I
shit.
don't give a shit. Yeah, or
Or-
even like mid-age Anakin, and obviously it's hard live action because he's old now, but yeah, I'll take a trilogy. But what? Probably 2033 or something.
Probably something like that.
Yeah.
But there's a Mandalorian movie coming,
Yeah, we got
Yeah,
that.
I'll take it.
And
The
there's
Mandalorian and Grogu. That's next
Yeah.
year.
and
Yeah.
there's a Rey movie coming supposedly if it
Yep.
doesn't get canceled again. If it
The
doesn't,
chick Ray?
yeah.
Yeah, they're giving her. I thought they were giving
Is it the
her
trilogy? Her movies?
the new trilogy.
That's
It
a
was
question.
kinda
Maybe
supposed to
not.
be.
Yeah,
Maybe not.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll kill her off in the next movie.
yeah. I'll take her dying.
I think
Fuck
they're
it.
doing like some kind of like she's gonna be training like the next gen of Jedi's. You know.
Yeah.
That's my guess, but
Yeah, I'll take a trilogy for sure.
and also we have that show coming out soon too. It's the Goonies kind of show.
oh yeah, the kids.
Star Wars.
yeah, the kids from
Fuck.
like young
Skeleton
kids
Crew.
From, yeah.
Skeleton Crew.
That might be
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Did they timeline the new trilogy?
Not yet.
After it's just after the
Yeah.
last one. I don't know how,
Oh, okay.
how much after.
Hopefully, yeah. Maybe we'll start from scratch. Get rid of Ray, dude.
Yeah.
There's that potential, but just not it.
Yeah, I don't mind the Rey character to be honest.
She's fine.
I don't think that they understood what they were doing with it. That fucking sequel trilogy.
The problem was it was the
hot
flip flopping
mess.
in the yeah, they shot themselves in the foot without having any kind of linear continuity with it, right?
Right.
They just fucked
'Cause
themselves.
All the characters
they had
have-
all the pieces to do it good. And
all the characters beginning and end are all just like well, it's magic. Like
There's no
was it
stakes.
Snoke or who's the first turtle guy? The first villain? Yeah, Snoke. Snoke's like there, first you're thinking like, "Oh my god, what is this guy? He's the
Yeah.
next Sith." And then he's like nothing. And
he's
then Rey,
he's not even real.
yeah, Rey, you're like, "Where did she come from? Where's she's going?" And she's nothing. Like they're all just nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nobody's anything.
Right?
Yeah.
Like give me a Harrison Ford bastard kid or something.
Yeah.
Give me some sauce.
Yeah.
Give me Leia fucked a fucking Jar Jar and they had a kid or something,
Well,
Give me some-
we did kind of have like a bastard, not a bastard kid, but Ben.
Ben, yeah, Ben's the only like story that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
and why he hates everyone. Like that is the only story in the whole thing that
The
matters.
best Ben stuff is like the recent comic stuff with him. Like they
It's
did
good.
they did him justice like in the comics, but
Yeah.
they'll never fix what they did to him at the end.
Yeah, he gets
For sure. So the kid from the barn, whose name escapes me, he steals his sister's watch. What watch
I
is
want that watch.
What watch is that?
Was it Dora the Explorer?
Maybe.
So I think that was pre-Dora though.
Was it? I
No,
don't,
Dora's
I have to
old.
see it again. I remember just seeing
Dora's
it quick.
old. Dora's when I was a kid.
Oh really?
Yeah, Dora's been around.
I think it was Dora, right?
It might
The
have been.
watch. I
Yeah,
don't know.
Dora's been around.
My kids did not watch Dora.
Yeah, I didn't either, but she was around.
All right, so that pink watch, that little pink
Yeah.
digital watch, that's going to be what we're going to rate on.
All right.
Oh yeah, okay. Dora watches
Dora watches.
maybe.
I might give it like a 3.7. Like a 3.7. Like it's definitely not because upper echelon Marvel you can tap into. I'm not surprised when someone says like Endgame's their top 5 movie of all time, right? Like it's not mine, but I'm not surprised by that. You know,
Yeah.
like Marvel has some sauce to it. So for this one to be even like a B tier Marvel, I think you got to go above a 3.5. So yeah, I'll give it like a 3.7.
Yeah, I'll go with you like 3.5 to 3.9. You know, just
Yeah.
under 4.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not an absolute like it's not a must watch.
I'd give like Captain America's Civil War like a 4.
Dude, Winter Soldier and
You know, or
Civil War.
I'll
I
give those
think are-
4s. This is like a little
Yeah.
bit behind that.
Yeah, I think those are two of the best Marvel movies.
To me, Winter Soldier is the best of all of them.
Yeah, it's so good.
It's even better than Endgame to me. That one's a 4.75 in my mind.
Yeah.
This movie, though, I would say probably is a solid 4.2, 4.25, something like that. It's. I think it's a really, it really rescues the Iron Man character from the shit that was Iron Man 2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what they did with this after what happened with 2, you're like, okay,
And
you
I
gotta give
had,
him some extra points for that.
the reason I had to go back to the chronology is like he is so fucked up about New York, and it seemed like so much time had passed because that terrible Thor movie was the Dark World. That's a
Yeah.
fucking awful film
Yeah,
too.
it's not great.
It was
Yeah.
really bad. In between, and so it's like that didn't seem like it should be fresh enough for him to be having those kind of PTSD problems, but. You know, in the movie world, like in the real world, people have PTSD that doesn't fucking go away.
Yeah, forever.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be fresh for it to be a problem. But anyway, though, that's about where I am with it. I thought it was, and I think I enjoyed it more this time. And I've seen it. I swear to God, I've probably seen it all the way through at least 3 or 4 times.
Oh, really?
And then pieces of it since then. Speaking of movies, I've seen a whole lot, and this is totally off topic, but I just discovered like 2 weeks ago that there was a version of Apocalypse Now that I had never seen.
What?
So I ordered it. And
Interesting. I've seen that movie like 5 times.
I've seen it 100 times if I've seen it one. The original release.
Yeah.
It's like there were actually 2 versions in the original release, 2 different versions.
I'm not sure which one I had on DVD.
One of them, everything blows
I
up
also
at
have
the
the
end.
VHS still.
Oh, yeah, I do too. There's one where everything blows up at the end.
Yeah.
And there's one where everything doesn't blow up at the
Oh.
end. Yeah.
Ooh.
The it doesn't blow up at the end is the official version.
Really?
Yeah.
But
The other one they tacked it on. And one of them was in 70 millimeter. The one where everything just ends is the 70 millimeter one. And
he just leaves.
Yeah, the wild broad release version is the one where everything explodes.
That movie's so fucking good, dude.
And then there's the Redux version, which they added a whole lot of extra stuff that isn't important to the flow of the movie. It makes some parts of it make more sense.
Is there a more
but-
unsettling scene than like the doors with the slaughter of that animal?
Yeah, which was real.
Yeah.
That was totally real. And then I discovered there's one called The Final Cut, and that Coppola did a few years ago, and it's a revision of the Redux version. So it's fewer of those scenes, and then some of the scenes that were cut out of the theatrical version are added back in.
Man,
it still slows down in the French Plantation every fucking time. So
did anybody see the new Coppola movie with Adam Driver? It looked like it's probably good.
I have heard almost nothing good about
Oh,
that
really?
movie. Yeah,
That's
I was
too bad.
actually going to go see it at IMAX because that seems like
I'll watch it for free.
the way it was shot, and I just saw so many people say
I want to see.
I didn't understand what was going on.
Oh, really? I want to see. What's his name? Fit God. Normcore God. Shia LaBeouf.
Oh,
He's in that.
I do like Shia. I'll watch it. Then.
I like Shia. That's why I want to see. Like,
like
this is his
Shia,
first movie since all of his like
Yeah,
crisis.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
So I want to see him in that movie.
Yeah. It just
see how
came
he does.
out.
It was in theaters, and like I think that they like tried to do like a pigeonhole quick advertising, probably because the movie probably went way over budget, and no one really even knew it came out. Adam Driver's the lead, you know, so it's just like this weird movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe December, January for a little freebie.
Yeah, probably if
Potentially,
not, if not already.
No.
So he sold it to somebody. They was having trouble getting distribution, I think.
Yeah, probably gonna be like an HBO.
Self-finance. He sold part of the winery to finance it.
Interesting.
All right.
Hit him, Dean. Where can they find you?
Yeah, at DeanStorrs.ck on IG and at Caffeine Kilos.
Ladies and gentlemen, new episodes every Wednesday. All your apparel needs, 3sb.co. Brand new winter drop. Be sure to check it out. I'm Solid Mike. Where you want to find me?
Yes. Sebastian at inception.com.
You big Inception fan?
No, I've never seen it.
Oh, shit.
The one Interstellar he's never seen. And so he was waiting for the re-releases to see him
Yeah.
in theater.
Yeah.
Because like those are 2 of my probably top 25s. Like I love Inception. I love Interstellar.
Yeah.
Interstellar, I like more.
Interstellar's insane. Yeah, it's insane. But yeah, I told him to go watch those. So he's.
I think it's Interstellar that comes
It's
out.
Interstellar.
Oh, that's
yeah.
what it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
Inception's
Yeah,
good too.
that-
But Interstellar's insane.
I was wondering why are they bringing back Inception
Yeah.
like in IMAX?
I mean,
it was a
Interstellar-
good movie.
It
but
is. It is. It's still good, but like, yeah, Interstellar might.
Interstellar
be my,
makes way more sense.
It might be my top 5 all time.
Yeah,
all time.
that's a crazy movie. All right.
Seabass, where are you actually?
Sebastian_Brambila on IG.
I'm at the Jim McDonald on all those social media. This show is 50% facts, where percent is the word and 50 is just numbers. 50% facts. This is Spreaker Prime Podcast in association with iHeartMedia on the Obscure Celebrity Network. We'll talk to you next time.